This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hello everybody, welcome to another review corner. Well, for GW, the 90s were like a really cool time because that time between 90 and 96, 97, they broke out with a lot of really cool box games. One of the biggest cult games of them all was a game called Necromunda. People loved it. Now, of course, they came out with their models and this, that, and the other, and then eventually they discontinued it and they cut the line short, and we can go on and on and on with the changes at GW, but they seem to be taking a step back and understanding that it is now time to get back to basics, because with the board game craze and everything, that basically, if you really think about it, they were cool before board games were really cool. Think about that. They've gone back and they've reworked it and worked it more into their modern universe. And thus we have Shadow Wars Armageddon. This monster of a box contains some of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. So let's go down to the table and take a look at this bad boy. So the first thing that is noticeable about this new game is what comes in the box is all the terrain you see here. I've painted it up. It doesn't come this way, and you can see this is just some beautiful stuff, and it was a lot of fun to paint, and we had a good time. As you can see, it primed on the bottom. That's the way it normally looks. Just enough to really have a lot of fun. And of course, GW has made sets where you can buy individual pieces and stuff like that, and made it all available to you. But very high detailed, wonderful stuff. You can build it in any configuration that you want. As you can see, I decided to go with this configuration, and I really like what they've done with this. Now, as you can see, it's the orcs versus the scouts. You get 10 scouts in the box as well as 10 orcs. And it also comes with a fantastic rule book showing you how to play it in the very old rules, of course, of Necromunda, and with a lot of background and everything that you can want. They also give you rules for a couple additional armies that you can build yourself, such as I believe the Astroms. They give you, and they show you all the different, how to create a team and all that other stuff. So, and also they give you on the back a kill team book, chart, excuse me. So you can actually make copies of this and keep track of your kill team as they continue to grow, which is very cool. How this works, I'm not going to show you every rule. We're just going to go over very quickly what kind of happens here. It's very simple. It's using some very old rules, and what basically happens here, and they give you this great getting started chart, which really helps you if you've never played Necromunda. For you guys that have played it, you're really not going to need this, but it's always good to have. What happens is you're going to need a ruler too. They don't give you a ruler, so make sure that you have a measuring tape or something to go along with this. Our scout here sees this orc barreling down on him. He would measure the distance and make sure that he is within range. If they are, the range varies depending on the weapon, and of course we're not going to worry about that right now. What would happen is the scout can either move towards him, okay, and then he would be able to fire. He would measure to make sure that he's within distance. The scout would need a 3 to hit. Let's say, for instance, he rolled a 4. So he hit the orc. Now, if he rolled anything under, he would obviously, if he rolled a 1 or 2, the orc would be unaffected. But we're going to say that he rolled a 4 here. So by doing that, he gets knocked back and knocked down. So once he got knocked back, now we have to see, because the orcs are so incredibly tough, we have to see if we wound him. And to wound him, we need to score a 4, 5, or 6. So if we rolled a 1, 2, or 3, he would be fine and he would just stand right back up. Now, well, in this case, he would be fine. But let's just say for sakes that we've rolled a 6. That means that we had caused an injury. And now what would happen is we would roll on what is called an injury table. And the injury table is very simple. If we roll like that, a 2, he is down. So all he does, almost kind of like in Blood Bowl, he gets turned over and he is out of action. And on the next turn, we would roll to see if he gets up. If we rolled a 6, he is out of action and gone. A 2 to 5, of course, he is down. And on a 1, it's only a flesh wound. A fighter who suffers a flesh wound is basically okay. In their next turn, they can get up and continue to fight. Their fighting abilities are also penalized, but we won't worry about that for now, will we now? But on the following turn, you get to roll on the chart again, especially if he's just down. Now, if you roll a 6, guess what? His wounds were really started to get to him, and finally he succumbed to him, and he's out of action. But if you roll a 1, he's fine, and he can get up with a couple of minor penalties. If you roll a 2 to 5, he just stays where he is. He's down and still suffering from the wound. And that's pretty much how this goes. For each wound or casualty you take out, you get experience points for on both sides, and at the end of the match, you would total them up for each of your individual guys, and depending on how much perithium that they're chasing, that adds into it's almost like gold. You can actually buy certain things and of course upgrade your characters and give them certain abilities, in which on here there is a huge chart within this book. As you can see, this is a very deep book with 120 pages. So there's a lot of information in here to really get you going. This is a throwback to the old Necromunda. And I miss the old Necromunda. What I don't miss about it is the paper buildings that they used to have. I wish I had this when we were a lot younger. But hey, we got it now. So let's head up and get my final thoughts on Shadow Wars Armageddon. Wow, was I absolutely thrilled with this. The terrain is off the charts. I mean, off the radar. If they came out with this back in the day when I was playing this, oh my God, I think I would lose my mind. But you know, we had the 2 plastic pieces with a bunch of cardboard, and then we had to make our own imagination and build our own stuff. Now they have this wonderful terrain which just enhances everything and really does a wonderful job. They stayed true to the original rules, but you know, the campaign, they added some things, and I really like what they did. I love that you can build your character pretty much kind of like Blood Bowl, so you can have leagues and stuff like that. This was always a very big league game and a lot of fun, and I think they did a great job. You're starting to have that old GW feel. You know, a lot of people have not trusted them for a long time, but I think with this new CEO in there and all the things that they're trying to do and getting back and being the new GW and understanding that we come first, hopefully this is a step in the right direction, and right now I have to say it is. This is a wonderful game. I suggest if you can get your hands on one when they reprint it. They didn't expect the outcome and the outpouring and the love for this, and they sold out like that. So it'll be available soon. I hope you guys get your hands on it, and you'll find that you'll enjoy it as much as I did. If I gotta rate this is definitely a 4 out of 5. Very enjoyable, and that's all I gotta say about that. Great game. Well, until next time, this is Rob Orn from Review Corner, and I hope to see you guys soon. Take it easy. Sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, videos, and written reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market online gaming superstore. Thousands of games and minis, discount prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com.